Yard Shear, Martin Ingram, and welcome to the wonderful world of whitetails. Today, I'm not going to show you anything I did, or while I was doing it. I'm going to tell you what I did. This field here is going out quite nice. You can see over there, and there, and one more over here, because the deer used to get in this trail, get in this food plot. Yes, they come from the northern part too. Down here, I changed scents. I didn't like that scent. Nothing hit those cameras at all. And I moved both cameras so they're pointing directly at each other because nothing hit this camera over here either. In a minute, I'll take you a walk down this trail and we'll see the clover pot. But first, let me correct my opening statement. I said nothing visited this scrape, so I changed my scent over on the top, okay? Until I looked at the videos and saw this. Now, at first I thought I was looking at a male moose. And then she lowers her head. Lets me know it's not real. Now, two things interesting happened with this moose. Now, the first thing I noticed was there's no baby with her. I can tell it's an adult female. Stands so tall. I mean, those leaves were a little bit under my shoulder when I was dealing with the scrape. I was spraying on it. They were just a little below my shoulder. But what makes this the second most interesting thing is, well, she's interested in that scent. She's smelling that. She went over there and she smelled the scent on the tree. She was going to walk clean by, and she must have picked up the scent, turned around, and smelled the scent on the tree. So, the Code Blue synthetic buck scent that I sprayed on that tree, at least it might work on a female moose. So there you go, Code Blue. There's an advertisement for you. Your buck scent attracts female moose. All right. I don't know how much of this you can see, but I mowed this trail. Made it. It's actually made by the logger originally. I want to narrow it up, let it grow, and I mowed the trail so that it goes not in a straight line. Let me point out something else. You'll notice the date on the live video camera. Well, it's a trail camera that's got audio that I use to take pictures of me and record myself. You'll notice the dates are way off. There's like 1/1/2015, I think. Somehow that camera got reset back to its original factory date. The actual date should read 09. What was yesterday's day? 09/11/2016. So that's the day I recorded all of that. The second thing I want to talk about is the food plot, the clover food plot. I was there on 9/13 that day. I mean 9/03 that day. It was a week prior to that. I mowed it, and all I did was come down and check trail cameras. But I didn't have anything on it, much on the previous trail cameras. And these deer, these doe anyway, doesn't seem to like it. She didn't start eating. Now, just a minute or two later, another doe comes into the plot. And she just walks right past everything. Maybe trying to catch up with the other doe. But that means that my visitations down there have been too much, in my opinion. The last time I mowed it, they were right in there after it. And I was thinking, oh, maybe the lawnmower left some excess scent. Why I haven't been visiting the clover plot much. Possible. It's just an old lawnmower. Used to mow the house for years and years. Still starts first pull. But maybe I ought to rethink what I'm doing down there. Any ideas? Throw them in the comments. Thank you. Now this point here is an intersection of 3 trails. This trail going to the clover plot, the one this thing comes off of, goes up to the trail to the back portion of the land where the other camera is. I'm not going there again today. Already picked up. Now this is the trail camera on that back trail I just pointed to. Now if you saw my big pause and my turnaround in the last video, is because I heard something. I heard something. It sounded like a deep-throated baby cry. What baby would make, only if it was really a deep-throated thing. And being standing on that trail, all that thick stuff on either side of me, I said, boy, they could stand in there anyway. So I went and stood behind the camera for a while. I lost track of what I was doing, but I thought I'd show you real time what I was thinking. But because I wasn't thinking about making a video when I heard that noise. The noise, I thought, I listened and listened and listened to that tape, and I could not pull it out. If anybody can pull a noise out of there, tell me. Yell. Okay, the audio doesn't pick up very far away from that camera. But on the back trail, I only have these 2 incidents. One was this spike in broad daylight, 9:05. And the narrow 6. I didn't realize, I thought he was a narrow 4 at first until he turns right about here. And you can see that, maybe he needs to go a little further. You see that he's got that one point there. It's a narrow 6. Those are the only 2 bucks I have on video for the entire week. None of them came down to any of the food plots. None of the bucks did. Those came back. Now from here, you can see the entire length of the food plot. Clover's in the center, the throw and grow stuff is on the outside edges. Plan next year is to chill in the throw and grow, plant clover. Might frost seed clover, don't know. Trail for the deer, one of them is right next to this tree that the camera's on now. And that other trail's way over here. There's another trail coming in off the scrape that I made. Although I didn't get any video of any deer, there's tracks there because the camera was turned off. Next, there's another camera back there, and the trail that they all come in on the other side is over there. About the old man, well, we'll talk about him. Now in the food plot, the does came back and started eating. The first picture I've got is exactly 7 days later at 10:59 p.m. September 10th. This doe's in here feeding by herself. Now I'm thinking about shooting this doe during bow season. One, I think she's very old. You age a buck by how big this dang thing is. Well, wouldn't you age a doe the same way? That's huge. She puts her neck up. Oh, no, she don't. But it's huge. Her brisket is huge. So I think it's an old doe, and she doesn't have a kid. It might have been her kid that got lost. I don't know. That she might have lost a kid. But one of these 2 does will need to be taken out, I think, because neither one of them has a kid. And it's like one came into the food plot 2 hours ago, or an hour and a half ago, ate, went and got the other one and said it was good. Now I'm trying to figure out which one was the old one. That brisket is pretty good size. So at the beginning of the video where the other one was, which one's bigger? This one's a bigger deer. But I don't know, I'm thinking about taking a doe out. They're not having babies. They might be too old to have babies. But that'd be up for thought. I'll think about it. Now I'm standing not on the very top of it. Oh, almost fell off. My feet are about 6 feet above 6 feet of an 8-foot ladder, and I'm holding it as high as I can over that. My knees are at the top of the thing, and I'm hoping to buy a 13-foot or a 17-foot tripod dual person stand to put up here. We're 50 yards from the center of the food plot. Muzzleloader rifle, youth days, great spot for it. Easy access. Jim came in with his tractor and dragged all this crap out of here. Next weekend I'm going to come in and clip it and clean it. Now, here I am at the Five Corners, or the apple tree. My son doesn't like being called the Five Corners. There's Route 2A, comes forward, Main Street, Maple Street, Park Street, and Pearl Street. Why not? Work to home. 2A, Pearl Street to home. Anyway, I brought this spot to this food plot, and the apple tree was right there. You see behind me that orange stripe in the tree? There's a tree stand. Ladder stand. Mostly up and coming. Be able to watch the apple tree about 35 yards to the apple tree. I got to get a measuring device and actually accurately measure it, but that's the plan here. Now I'm going to try to show you how I'm going to get to that apple tree. Blind. This is the view from the Five Corners apple tree plot. This is what I'll have a shoot at. My head is right about where it will be when I'm sitting on a tree stand that I hang next to this. It's just an entryway. I'll try to show you how I'm going to get in and out of here quietly. There's actually a deer trail right through here, so they've been coming in there too. I made a scrape right there, but I got to get down this thing in less than 10 seconds and walk you up the trail in less than 30 seconds. So here I'm going. It's about to put the bow right there, but here's the trail coming up through. I cleared it out today. I'll come in one more time just to nip things. Pretty well cleared up. Lawnmower's going to have a place to stay. It's right at the front of this thing with a blue tarp over it. That'll deter any animals. He's going to guard. Now the old man's a rebel. My wife got from me a year after we met, before we were even married. Had it ever since. She even got a scope, not this particular scope, I've been through a few. It's an old Model 94 30-30. Do anything you ask it to do. This thing's been through hell and high water with me. But that's hunting. You see behind me, this is where the camp's going to be. From now on, all the videos of this sort will be taken up here. I'm not going to go down there, make production cameras and all that stuff. I'm trampling all over everything. It's going to take a while for the deer come back. But I have what I'm going to call scamp. Okay, it's going to be a camp that I can convert later into a shed. Okay? Sounds silly, but that's what I want to do. Now I'm throwing this little piece of video in so you guys can get a good idea of how big that moose is. 9:11, 9:43 a.m. I'm just walking through checking all the trail cameras, sort of hunting, sort of not. And I looked at the scrape to see if anything hit it. Nothing hit it. But 2 nights before that, now this camera is on Maple Street, mind you, and it's set to take pictures at night. Okay? Now if you see how tall I am in this picture, in this video right here, there's my shoulder. There's where the leaves are, just below. Now let's see this picture. We'll take a quick look at it. I can't talk over it, so I'll just put it on there and you'll have to judge. Now what I'm going to try to do, I have a bow hunted. say 13 years. 13 years ago I blew my back out. It's coming back good. I drew a bow back the other day. My son's got one. I'm going to get set up. I'm going to try to catch me shooting a deer with a bow, that camera, audio camera. I have another one just like it. I'm going to set up the area. I'm hoping that deer will come in. Now, I'm hoping it's a 3-point. I want to take him out early. I don't want him to breathe. And later on, my hit list buck is one of the wide fives as I come back. The kids will probably want to shoot pinstripe and black tip. Toss up to see who gets it first. And the other two, I want to let go. I want to let the 6 and the narrow 4 go their next years if they survive other hunting seasons. Now, if you see, I got some raking to do before I call it a day. For now. Now, this is what happens when your truck is the camera. I'd go around and make videos except for down by the clover plot with the camera on the back of my truck. Well, me, I picked it up off the back of the truck, put it on the hood of the truck, and forgot to turn it off. So I get about 30 minutes worth of 1-minute clips to talk over if I wanted to. But that's what Skitter's doing. He's watching the clouds. It started over. But anyway, I want to say thanks for everyone that watches, and I have a special message out. Mom, happy 80th birthday.
Most of them got put
Alright,
underneath.
Mom, there's something I really need
that
to
from
show
you?
you. Oh, not here. Keep going. I promise you'll like it. Come on, Mom. You're almost there. Don't stop now. I love you, see? I told you it was worth it. And you didn't even get a paper cut. Happy birthday, love, Marty.
Oh, good job.
Let's make sure we can see the whole
Aw,
There you go.
good job. Get in there, Marty.
Cool. Thank you.
Oh, I'm so glad you.
We'll get a picture too.
Oh, yeah, sure.